awesome morning, wonderful afternoon, and fantastic evening wherever you are in the world. This is Carla from Rehan, Allahwala's World of Connections. And today I am here to speak with Jehanzeb. Who'll have to tell me how to pronounce his name again. And he's going to tell us about what he's been doing through his life, his new work with Rehan Allahwala, and his passions for doing it. I'm very excited to speak with him. Again, this is Rehan Allahwala's World of Connections. And this interview, as all my interviews, is sponsored by the Institute of Peace, which is an online organization promoting peace one conversation at a time. Having said that, I would like Jehanzeb to introduce himself. Please let us know who you are, Jehanzeb.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. This is Captain Retired Jehanzeb Hashmi.
Jehanzeb, I need to ask you to speak a little slower because when you are speaking in English, sometimes that's a problem for those who are not used to listening to English. So when you speak slower, it's easier for them to understand and also for me. Okay, go ahead. Let's get to know you.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. May the Allah's blessings shower upon all of you.
Let's stick with very generic information. Tell me about you, and everything needs to be in English, please.
Right. My name is Captain Retired Jehanzeb Hashmi. I'm a Pakistani citizen and I've been living in Karachi since 1999. And before that, I was in the army. I joined the army in 91 in PMA Kakul, Pakistan Military Academy Kakul, which is a army officers training institute. There I joined in 91, and in 93 I was commissioned in a very prestigious regiment of the army, Armored Corps, 11 Cavalry, Prince Albert Victor's own cavalry. And I got commissioned in that regiment. Then after 4.5 years, I was on medical grounds boarded out from the army in 97. And then I joined a security company called Zim Security in Karachi in 98, 99, somewhere there in between. And then it was my recent, was my early ages of civil sector, working for civil sector. And I was all alone. I had no family. My mother expired in 92 and my father was an old man, and he was living in Lahore with one of my cousins. To tell you that he was a PhD in mathematics, a resident of England, London, and he was living with him in Lahore. And in 99, I married to my spouse, Mrs. Samreen Kirmani, now Mrs. Samreen Jehanzeb. And then we were living together in Karachi. I was working for various security companies. And then in between 2000, my only child, Khizr Muhammad Hashmi, got birth. And then um, in 2002-3, I did my master's in human resources from a university, Preston, in Karachi. And during that, my studies for doing masters, I got the opportunity to work for Pakistan International Container Terminal, which was in its, its start of becoming a state-of-the-art container terminal facility in Pakistan, and the largest container terminal still, I think, in Pakistan, with 220,000 square meters area. And I joined there as a deputy manager, administration and security. And excuse me. Then I was like, I worked there for 5 years, and it was a great experience. The container terminal had four berths. Berths are the you can say the harbor where the ships are ships are uh, embarked, and from there the containers are lifted from shore to from sea to shore, offshore, and then I stayed there for 5 years, and then I got the opportunity to work for IBM, International Business Machine. There I was appointed as administration officer. I was heading the administration there, and I worked there for 3 years, and it was a contractual job. And uh, I stayed there for 3 years. It's a marvelous experience. It was fully automated, and the laws were very refined. And the biggest task I was able to achieve was that there was a building facility called Technology Park, and we shifted that entire office from Technology Park to another newly built building, Nice Trade Orbit. And that was a big task. Why? Because they had a data center by the name of BCRS, Business Continuity Resiliency Services. So I had a contribution in shifting the entire setup from the technology park, because we had to the downtime was considered most valuable, and in very limited period of time the very sophisticated machines were had to be transferred, and we did that in a very good manner. And then after serving for 3 years, I was on contract, and they were not increasing my salary, and also was not, you know, uh, um, changing my employment status from a contractual job to a permanent job. Therefore, I resigned from IBM and joined Pakistan Premier Tracking Solution Private Limited, a company of vehicle tracking company. In its early inception, I was the third person joining as assistant manager, administration and HR and security. And I joined there, and I stayed there for about 3 to 4 years. And the company was sold to another group. Therefore, I was transferred from that company to the other company of the same group, Marine Group, which was having this PTSL as their company, of which they sold. And this next company was Interactive Sales Private Limited. It was a software-based company. I joined there, and in 2018, they wired up their business, and I left that company. And in October 2018, and after that, I came to the civil. I joined a facility called Jason Trade Center as chief maintenance officer and security officer. Stayed there for 11 months. And then I got the opportunity to serve for a very small period, 2-3 months, in a chemical manufacturing factory, Alka Private Limited, where I was working as manager administration. But unfortunately, there was an issue. A government agency came for giving a report, EOBI, in Employees Old Age Benefit Institute. A director came to render the report, but he was asking for illegal gratification, which I refused. And the company owner told me that I cannot keep you for any further period. So you had to do the job, and I left the company. Then I got the opportunity to work for a call center. There, I stayed there for 3 months, and as general manager, and it was like a very interesting job. And the youngsters were agents, and American citizens were their clients, and they used to call the American citizens at night because we have a time difference between our countries, and they were supposed to tell the people that if you have taken loans from the bank and the interest is so much that you are now difficult for you to sustain your living, and what we have is that we can finish off that interest if you can give. They used to ask the social security number and their credit card numbers, and they had some law company in America, whom they used to give this information, and uh, the entire debt was used to be uh, finished, and this is it. And then I left that job because the boss asked me to do binary fission, and binary fission in my religion is not allowed because it was based on interest and gambling. So I refused that. I'm not going to do that. So they said, okay, if you cannot do this, you are not required anymore. I left the job. And then I joined a security company, a famous security company. And there I stayed there. But the poor condition of the guards, 15,000 rupees salaries, only in such a poor economic condition. And they were, even that 15,000 was given to them after the 101 month and 1.5 months of their service, and they were really ridiculed. And I used to think about them, and I'm a kind-hearted person. I have so I left that job, and now I got the chance to serve for Rehan. This is how it is.
And what was it that made you want to work with Rehan? And can you fix your camera so we see you straight on? Yeah, that's perfect. Don't move. Go on.
I write. I am a keen writer. I articles, and I publish them on my LinkedIn profile. And I write about the world and my opinion about the world, both political aspects of the world, and the cultures, and the doctrines and the philosophies, and my opinion about how it should be, the world should be, and what human beings should be doing. And I write about that. So I have the opportunity right here in my interview. Mr. Rehan Allahwala said that you will have the opportunity write about people who have made their contribution in making this world a better place. There are significant people in the history, and I should read about them and should write about them. So this was one of the real thing which inspired me to work for Rehan Allahwala. The other thing is like I'm an ardent speaker. I want to speak, and the religion and politics is one of the real interest I have to speak for. So I speak for that about that and my opinion. So I like in Rehan Allahwala's this venture. The religious point of view, which I speak, is about caring for people, about their poverty elevation, about their illiteracy elevation, about their degeneration of their thinking. And but I want to make, I want the nation should come out of this filth, this sordidity, these sloven attitudes they have, the bad behaviors they have, and I want to eradicate that. I think I have solutions that how we can, bring this entire nation into a nation who can reflect for education, who can be united in a cause to serve for the humanity, to enforce laws. This is what I try to speak about, and it covers both my religious aspect also and my political views also. This is what I think the politics is, and this is the being that I write. I motivate people, and people who knows me are always of the opinion that I can put across my views in a articulate manner, and this is it. And that is why I'm working. I'm very inspired, leading people and all that.
Okay, what is your major inspiration that you get from Rehan? Have you been following him for a while? You wanted to work for him, or what is it?
Yes, now as I have started looking at seeing him since that I've joined him, I see that he is an intellectual. He's so he's so much a great brain. Matlab, he's like he's so sharp, and he's so altruistic, and so he is such a kind heart to serve for everyone, to make everybody according what I have been assimilate for about his personality is that he wants everyone in this world should be out of pain, and they should be able to live peacefully, should be able to live comfortably, and to contribute in the development of this world. And this has always been my view of to same view of life, my passion to attain such an environment for the world. So this is what I see in him. And secondly, he's so organized. I have never seen people that much organized and so sharp. But his children are also so organized, and I'm amazed that one of his kid, he's only 20 years old, and he's so disciplined, so organized, and so confident, and so logical, and so um, so brilliant, and so highly skilled in his analysis. So I really am inspired, and I would love to work for him, to learn from him. That's it.
Yeah, I believe that we learn as much from our children as we give to our children.
Yes.
You said you had a son. How old is your son now?
He's 22 years old, 22 plus. January 3rd, coming year, inshallah, if he lives, he'll be 23.
And what does he do?
He is studying computer sciences, doing bachelor's in computer sciences from a local university.
Oh, so he's a student now.
Yes.
And what does your wife do?
She's a teacher in a primary school. She's currently teaching fifth grade, uh, social studies and science.
Oh, I remember those days. I was a teacher too.
Yes.
So, are you real excited to work with Rehan? How long have you been there?
I joined on 7th September was my first working day, and today is like 13th.
So, what is your most favorite thing that you have done working with Rehan?
Though yesterday I had the opportunity to address one of the classes, one of the class. There were around 20 students, and one of the teacher brought me and called me and he said that you have also to introduce yourself. And I felt pleased and I felt so emotionally satisfied with it because I thought that I have really delivered in a very articulate manner. And alhamdulillah, that was something which I really liked by, making them motivated to work and motivated to be a real contributor in the world. And not only their aim should not only to monetize their education, their aim should be to educate and to contribute in the welfare of this world. And this is what I told them. And I thought that they all liked my speech.
Were you working with the Karachi campus?
Yes, I am working this campus social media incubator where I told you earlier, like there is like classes going on and there is like video editing, there's a podcast room. This is where I'm working.
Oh, so you're at the incubator.
Yes.
And how do you like that?
Yes, matlab, I must tell you that I'm satisfied and I'm excited. I am looking forward to a better Jehanzeb, who has more, who will be more organized, who will be more sensible, who will be more analytical, who will be more altruistic, who will be more logical, who will be more spirited, and so on.
So you feel that Rehan will inspire you to be more of yourself.
Yes, inshallah.
And how do you feel that he will do that for you?
Because he's doing it for everyone. All the stories I have from the people around me in the incubator is they're always, I don't know what a magician he is, Mr. Rehan. Everyone.
I'm just enjoying what you're saying. He is a magician. Go on.
Everybody is talking about him and everybody's referring 12 years. 12 years, somebody says, I've spent 12 years and he's the person who made me this, achieve this. And although I am being in the army, I've spent few years in the army, and then this society in Pakistan, you know, there is a little element uh, of what I say. Uh, you can say uh, something different, like something not like unsocial attitude, the attitude of little stinginess, uh, uh, something, a behavior which is reluctant of meeting people, selfishness, and I don't find that here in incubator. People are all all those students, youngsters, and people like mid uh, uh, about 20s, 30s. They're all trying to be good people, and this is what I like.
And that's what any good boss or any good organization should be hoping their employees become. Have you seen that in other jobs that you have done, or is this kind of new?
Oh, well, uh, I was working for a company, a very established company in the world. The atmosphere there in Karachi, I was working, that was all pretended. That was all false pretense. Everywhere I've been working, it was all falsely pretended. Here, I think it's original. And the culture, the corporate culture in Pakistan had been, in my opinion, very, very bad, very competitive, and just everybody trying to pull somebody else's leg. They're not comfortable if somebody is like, this had been my views, but here I don't see that. I see everybody is uh, is helping others, and this is it. And I'm positive whatever contribution I have, I can relate it. Yes,
So you're excited,
yes, I'm excited.
and that's good. That's how you should be for any position you're doing so many hours a day. What would you like to leave our audience with?
Sorry.
What would you like our audience to know about you that you feel is most important?
Well, I feel the most important thing to be in this world is to make this world a better place, and a place with no crime, and a place where the struggle for achieving materialistic gains should not be there. The struggle should be that if we are living together, we should have a bondage. Everybody should be respected, and everybody should be, you know, submissive, and everybody should be, happy. And this is what I want. The world should be like that.
And what do you feel happiness is?
Happiness is that you are self-contented, self-satisfied. Your consciousness is not with guilt, when you should be complacent, and you should be out of all your uh, guilt. This is happiness. And and one should be relaxed that he has not hurt anyone. He has not, and he's clear in his mind, and he should not have any fears. He should not have any fears of like that somebody is going to hurt him, or somebody is going to give him some क्या कहते हैं, somebody is going to overcome him, because I believe that nobody can overcome you. Neither if you cannot be forsaken, because there's a being who can help you out, and you if you are clear in your mind and if your intentions are clear, your actions would all automatically will be good.
Thank you so very much for that wonderful answer. It is time to end the show. Do you want to leave the, do you have anything else that you would like to mention before I close out?
Well, to all my audience, whosoever is listening, I may not be able to express my views the way I would have, should have, but my message to you all is that respect, loyalty to the to the world as a united cause, towards human excellence should be our effort.
Very good. I want to thank you for speaking with me tonight, and for anyone who has been watching or will watch on the replay. I think because of the time, it'll be more replay. And thank Rehan Allahwala's Institute of Peace for sponsoring this interview. And we're going to close out now. Can you wave goodbye with me?
Thank you. Thank you.
Can you wave goodbye?
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Okay.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Don't go anywhere yet.